Hello friends, in this video we shall learn about the rise of Hyder Ali, the first Anglo-Mysore War fought in the year 1767 to 1769, the second Anglo-Mysore War, the third Anglo-Mysore War, and the fourth Anglo-Mysore War. And the last topic will be the Mysore dynasty after the Tipu Sultan. Okay, this all things we will cover. So who was Hyder Ali? We have already discussed in the previous class that he was a soldier in the Mysore army, and he rose to prominence due to his military skills and administrative abilities. So he became the de facto ruler of Mysore in 1761. Okay. After overthrowing the Wodeyar dynasty, and he will become the ruler of the Mysore dynasty, and he will declare his state as an independent state. Now, what are the factors that contributed the Hyder Ali to rise into the figurehead? So, his rise was facilitated by the political instability in the Mysore. Before he became the de facto ruler of the Mysore dynasty, the Mysore condition was very unstable due to internal and the external conflicts in the Mysore. There were regular external attacks, and the internal conflicts was also ongoing. So the Hyder Ali would reform his military army, and with his strategic alliance and administrative abilities, he became the de facto ruler of the Mysore. Okay, so let's see what's written over here. In the early 18th century, two brothers, Nanja Raja and Dev Raja, reduced Chikka Krishna Raja Wodeyar to mere puppet. So he was just a puppet ruler because he was controlled by Nanja Raja and Dev Raja. Now, Chikka Krishna Raja Wodeyar too was the ruler of Mysore, and he was just a puppet because of these two powerful brothers, Nanja Raja and Dev Raja. Now, what happened? The Wodeyar dynasty became weak as the real power was in the hand of Nanja Raja and the Dev Raja. Hyder Ali rose to power by taking advantage of the weakened Wodeyar dynasty. He was born in the year 1721 into an anonymous family, means his family history was not much known because he was a soldier. And Hyder Ali started his career as a cavalryman or the horseman in the Mysore army. So cavalryman means horseman. So he was born in an anonymous family in the year 1721. Now Mysore became economically and politically weak due to repeated invasions by the Marathas and the Nizams. So repeated attacks by the Marathas and the Nizam, Mysore was getting weaker and weaker day by day because of lack of strong ruler. Hyder Ali took advantage of these circumstances and became the de facto ruler of the Mysore in 1761. And Hyder Ali, with the help of the French, established an arms factory at Dindigul, now in Tamil Nadu, and trained his army on western lines. So the European power, French, would help Hyder Ali to modernize his army. And Hyder Ali established an arms factory at Dindigul, which is now in Tamil Nadu. And Hyder Ali would train his army on the western line with the help of these French officers. With the French assistance, Hyder Ali equipped his army with modern weapons produced at Dindigul Arms Factory and trained them in European military techniques. So we can see that arms factory was established at Dindigul, and army were trained on the European pattern. Okay. Now, that after modernizing his army with French assistance, Hyder Ali showcased his superior military skills between 1761 and 1763. So what he will do, he captured the key territories including Dod Ballapur, Sera Bidnur and Hoskote. Okay, and he would consolidate his control over the South India using his strategic planning and well-trained troops. Hyder subdued the unruly polygars, local chieftains of South India, who were often rebellious and difficult to manage. And this marked his rise as a dominant power in the region, strengthening Mysore's position and expanding its territory. So we have seen that Hyder would capture Dod Ballapur, Sera, Bidnur and Hoskote. These four places, Dod Ballapur, Sera, Bidnur, Hoskote between 1761 to 63. And the next is the term polygar. We have to understand who were the polygars. Okay. So these polygars were the local chieftains, local officers in the South India who rebelled against the central authority. Okay. And so Hyder Ali subdued the unruly polygar using his superior military skills and disciplined army. So subdued the unruly polygar. That means that Hyder Ali brought these rebellious polygars under his control. And these conquests of Hyder Ali, that is the Dod Ballapur, Sera, Bednur and Hoskote, had strengthened the Mysore's position and expanded its territory and established Hyder Ali as a dominant power in the South India. With his superior military skill, he captured Dod Ballapur, Sera, Bednur and Hoskote in 1761 to 63 and subdued unruly polygars of the South India. So he had brought under his control the rebellious polygars of the South India. Okay. And the Marathas under the leadership of Madhav Rao attacked Mysore and defeated Hyder Ali in 1764, 1766 and 1771. And to buy peace, Hyder Ali had to pay huge sum of money. But after Madhav Rao's death in 1772, Hyder Ali led several raids on the Marathas during 1774 to 76 and recovered all his previously lost territories besides capturing the new one as well. Okay, so what happened? Maratha led by the Madhav Rao Peshwa attacked Mysore and defeated the Hyder Ali. Okay. And Hyder Ali was defeated by Maratha in the year 1764, 1766, 1771 and all this defeat was against the Maratha led by the Madhav Rao Peshwa. Now Hyder Ali had to pay huge sum of money to the Marathas to buy peace after his defeats. And some of the territories of Mysore also was taken away by the Marathas. Okay, so a consecutive defeat in a series in 1764, 1766, 1771 of Mysore by the Marathas under the leadership of Madhav Rao Peshwa happened. Okay. Now this Hyder Ali had to pay huge sum to the Maratha. So after the death of Madhav Rao Peshwa in the year 1772, Hyder Ali retaliated by leading raids against the Maratha between 1774 to 76. So as we can see, from 64 to 71, Maratha would attack and seize some of the territory of the Mysore, and also the Mysore had to pay a large sum of money. But after the death of Madhav Rao Peshwa in 1772, Hyder Ali retaliated and defeat Marathas between 1774 to 1776. Now what happened? Hyder Ali would recover all his previously lost territories and capture new region also to strengthen Mysore's position. This has happened. And this period marked Hyder Ali's resurgence as a strong ruler, showcasing his determination and all the military skills. So this was the thing, that how Hyder Ali had strengthened Maratha and became a powerful ruler in the South India. Now the next thing we will learn is the first Anglo-Mysore War. So understand the fact what happened during the first Anglo-Mysore War. The war was caused by the conflicting territorial ambitions between the Hyder Ali and the British. So British wanted to expand their territory even in the southern part, but Mysore resisted British, and thus a conflict has been created between the British and the Hyder Ali. The British formed an alliance with the Nizam of Hyderabad and Marathas against Hyder Ali. Now this was the plotting, that British would combine with the Nizam of Hyderabad and the Marathas to defeat Hyder Ali. Now Hyder Ali initially faced setbacks, but later he succeeded by countering the British with his tactic skills. He even threatened Madras, forcing the British to negotiate. So the British made a treaty with the Nizam of Hyderabad in 1766, agreeing to cede the Northern Sarkar territory, in return for which they would protect the Nizam from Hyder Ali. Now what happened? The British made a treaty with the Nizam of Hyderabad, that the Nizam of Hyderabad would surrender the Northern Sarkars to the British. And the British agreed to protect the Nizam of Hyderabad from Hyder Ali. And the Northern Sarkars were a group of coastal districts. In present day, it is in Andhra Pradesh, which is very important strategic location and had a great economic value. The treaty allowed the British to gain control over the Northern Sarkar, strengthening their position in the South India and ensuring a strategic advantage against the Hyder Ali. And the treaty created a strong alliance between the British and the Nizam, further isolating the Hyder Ali in all his conflicts. Now Hyder already had territorial dispute with the Nawab of Arcot, okay, and differences with the Marathas. So Hyder Ali and the Nawab of Arcot had a territorial dispute over the Carnatic region, because both wanted to have control over the Carnatic region. And this Carnatic region was strategically very important place with respect to the trade and military control. Okay. So both wanted to have the dominance over this Carnatic region. And this led to the conflict between the Nawab of Arcot and the Hyder Ali. So this was the thing. And now we have to understand that why this Maratha and Hyder Ali had conflict between each other. So both Maratha and Hyder Ali wanted to have control over Dorballapur, Sera, Bednur, Hoskote. For this they will attack each other, and this thing will continue. Okay, the conflict will continue. So Maratha will launch attack on Hyder Ali's territory since 1760 and 1770s, weakening his position. As a result, Hyder Ali was forced to pay a large sum to buy peace and during those periods. Okay. Now because of these territorial dispute, Hyder Ali would strengthen his military status and form alliances with other regional power also. And this led him to rise as a dominant force in the southern India. This is how Hyder had territorial dispute with Nawab of Arcot for the Carnatic region and the Marathas for the Dodballapur, Sera, Bednur and Hoskote. Okay. Now what are the changing alliances? Now these alliances keep on changing also. That Nizam, Maratha and British joined together against Hyder Ali. Hyder, by using diplomatic skill, turned the Marathas to remain neutral by paying them and made Nizam and Ali by promising to share the conquered territories with the Nizam. And he joined Nizam to attack the Nawab of Arcot. Now Hyder Ali faced threat from several powerful forces. Now Nizam of Hyderabad, Marathas and the British formed an alliance to weaken Hyder Ali's power and reduce his influence in South India. But Hyder Ali was a great diplomat. Rather fighting with all his enemies at once, he used his clever tactics to turn the situation in his favor. He first managed to convince Maratha to remain neutral. Okay, he did this by paying them, which made them uninterested in directly attacking the Mysore at that time. Next, the Hyder Ali will turn his attention to the Nizam of Hyderabad. Okay, and he would promise that Nizam that they would share the control over the conquered territories, which is very important strategically, okay, in the future, which made the Nizam to agree to work with him instead of fighting against him. And with these diplomatic successes, Hyder Ali formed an alliance with the Nizam, and together they would attack the Nawab of Arcot, who was the rival of both the Nizam of Hyderabad and the Mysore. Okay, this clever mix of diplomacy and the military action allowed Hyder Ali to reduce the pressure from his enemies and regain the strategic advantage. So we have understood how the alliances changed. Okay, the Nizam of Hyderabad, Marathas and British were joined together against the Hyder Ali. But Hyder Ali would pay the Marathas and convince them to stay neutral and not to attack Mysore. At the same time, Hyder Ali promised the Nizam of Hyderabad that they would share the control over the conquered territories, and which held the Nizam support for the Hyder Ali. Okay, Hyder Ali had convinced the Nizam of Hyderabad as well that whatever conquered territories strategically, which is very important, the Carnatic region, and promised Hyderabad that some of the conquered territories he is going to give to Nizam also, and this is how both the Hyder Ali and the Nizam allied together and attacked the Nawab of Arcot, who was a common rival for both the Hyder Ali and the Nizam of Hyderabad. Okay, and this diplomatic skill of Hyder Ali allowed him to weaken his enemies from strategic alliance, which held him to regain control and to reduce the pressure from the combined forces. Okay. Now the course of war. The British were forced to make a very humiliating treaty with Hyder on April 4, 1769, which is called as the Treaty of Madras, and according to the treaty, there was exchange of prisoners and mutual return of conquered land. A guarantee was given that British would support Hyder Ali if he was attacked by any other nation. So in 1769, the British, after facing the defeats and challenges from Hyder Ali, was forced to sign a treaty with him. This treaty was called as Treaty of Madras, and it was signed on April 4, 1769. Remember, and the treaty was quite humiliating for the British because they had to agree to a certain terms that favored Hyder Ali. What were the terms? According to the treaty, both agreed to exchange prisoners of war who were captured during the conflict. Okay, both had to leave whosoever were the prisoner of each other, they had to free them, and the mutual return of conquered land. So they will return their conquered land to each other. This was also the part of the agreement, meaning that any land taken by either side would be returned to the rightful owner. Whosoever is the owner will get the land back. Additionally, the treaty included guarantee that the British would support Hyder Ali if he were attacked by any other foreign power. This provision showed that the British had to make concessions to avoid the further conflict and to maintain peace with Hyder Ali for the time being. Okay. So what are the things we have to learn? That Treaty of Madras was signed in April 4, 1769. The British were forced to sign the treaty due to their defeat and the challenge faced from the Hyder Ali. And the key terms included what were the key terms of this Treaty of Madras was first one is the exchange of the prisoner. Next is the mutual return of the conquered land, and the guarantee that the British would support Hyder Ali if at all Hyder Ali was attacked by any other nation. Okay. So the treaty had benefited Hyder Ali by returning captured land to him and ensuring British support in case of any future attack by the enemy, and British gained peace and avoided further conflict with Hyder Ali, ensuring that they would not attack the Mysore and would not be attacked by the Hyder Ali at the same time. Okay, so this was ensured. Now in the next video, that is video number 17, we shall learn about the Second Anglo War and all those things. Till then, take care of yourself. Thank you.